Let me die. Let me die.
Welcome back to the second half of Killer Kitchen's Halloween special. Now, imagine, if you will, dying in a car accident and not being allowed to die. Now imagine that the person that's torturing you, the one that's keeping you alive, the one responsible for what kind of monster you've become, is the one that you love and trust most in this world. Well, tonight, I would like to introduce you to 1962's very own The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Originally, this was released at the drive-in as a double feature along with Invaders from Planet Neptune. Very cool movie. Ironically, this movie seems a little older than 1962, and the reason behind that is because there was kind of like the Friday the 13th franchise today, with all the legal battles, and the Halloween franchise and all the legal battles. There was a lot of legal battles and bullshit, stupid fucking lawyers. Once goddamn again, fucking lawyers gotta fuck with everything. So instead of being released in 1957, it ended up being released in 1962. Ironically, that's not far off from what has gone on with several franchises now. So, we're going to have to wait. I'm hoping that the people buying the rights to the new Halloween don't fuck up the franchise worse than Rob Zombie already has. Gotta say one thing though, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 sucks. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2008, it was a completely different take. It was not the same movie. Well, I can't even call it really the same. It's Halloween. Yeah, it's got Michael Myers, but this is not the Michael Myers that you and I know. This is not the Michael Myers that I just introduced you to. Rob Zombie's Michael Myers, that kid was just fucked right from the start, and the fact that they used a bunch of white trash really does irritate me. Still a good movie. But I regress. We've moved on. Michael Myers has come and gone. He may come again. You have to stick around for our next season to see how that works out. But for now, Mr. Jason Evers and Virginia Leigh star in The Brain That Wouldn't Die. I invite you to stick around as we create our next meal of the evening, the actual meal, since our deep fried bacon batter is well done, ready to go. We got our snacks. Everybody out here will be able to enjoy and dig in. But in the meantime, now we need the main course. Gotta have something. This shit tastes good, but it's not very healthy. We're going to make, at least we are going to attempt to make, bleeding eyeball meatballs. Stick around for that. We'll see you right here on the next break on Killer Kitchen, where all the madness dwells and all of your scientific desires are going to finally be met. You see, this may be the end of our season, but come February 1st, correction, let me correct it, because I actually haven't checked the goddamn calendar in a while. I hate time, and I hate calendars. But the very first weekend in February, we will be returning with Season 3, and oh my, we have such sights to show you. Stick around.
I should have known he was as good as dead when they wheeled him in.
You did everything possible, everything you could, Dr. Collier.
Everything. Everything except save my patient.
Everything in the books. Now, Dad, do I have permission to take over and try things my way?
The operating room is no place to experiment.
He's dead. I can't do any harm.
Very well. Corpse is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right. Make an opening into the chest cavity. Apply 100 milliamps of current directly to the heart, then massage by hand. I'll handle the brain area.
By yourself?
By myself. Got to work fast, if it isn't too late.
You talk as if he's still alive.
He is. I just picked up a faint pulse beat.
Keep massaging the heart.
I am.
These electric shocks should stimulate the motor area enough to innervate the heart again. Then he won't need any external stimuli.
Keep away from the motor area. You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
Try to play God. Some choices are not yours to make.
When the obstetrician has to decide which to save the mother or the child, who plays God then? It's part of the game.
Game? The human body's not a jigsaw puzzle to experiment on.
Still playing it safe like the other doctors, hmm? Might as well save my breath. Keep massaging the heart. You've already lost your patient, Doctor. I'm going to save mine.
His pulse is coming back stronger than ever. It's unbelievable.
Nothing's unbelievable if you have the nerve to experiment. I've been working on something like this for weeks.
In your laboratory?
I knew this would work if only I had the opportunity.
You don't conduct experiments on people. You should be sure of the results first.
I am now. Stop massaging the heart. Let's see if it can take over by itself. All right. Close up the chest. I'm about finished with the cerebral area. How's his pulse?
Strong and steady.
You did perform a miracle. I may not approve of your methods, but I am proud of your results. been amazing. Even an extraordinary operation, son. But it still is too risky, too uncontrolled.
Saved his life.
And the after effects? What about them?
You've lost the urge to experiment, to explore.
You don't explore on people. Before you put a scalpel to one, an operation like this needs testing under every condition. Over and over again. Rabbits, mice, monkeys, not people.
That man who should be dead now won't think so. There's more to surgery than just being a carpenter to patch up walls or a plumber to drain pipes. Our bodies are capable of adjusting in ways we've hardly dreamt of. If we can only find the key. I'm so close now, so very close.
The key to what?
Complete transplantations. To be able to transplant limbs and organs. To be able to replace diseased and damaged parts of the body as easily as we replace eye corneas now. So that the new parts will join together as though they were born there.
It can't be done.
It can be done. With my new special compound I've created, I'll do it. I know I can do it.
Sure, that's what you say.
That's what I know. I know I'm close.
Darling, I'm so proud of you, I could kiss you.
Promises, huh? Always promises.
Careful, your father's liable to report us.
Stop the floor show. When you two are married, it won't be fun to watch anymore.
Well, I can promise you one thing. Your grandchildren won't be test tube babies.
You better hurry if you want to catch that plane to Denver, Dad. You know that medical convention can't start without you.
Jan, you'd better check about my reservations.
Oh, yes, I'll call the airport. I'll be right back.
Bill, the line between scientific genius and obsessive fanaticism is a thin one. Now, I want you on the right side of it.
If I don't experiment, how can I hope to perform operations like the one you almost messed up?
But I can't cover up for you anymore. The superintendent had it out with me. He thinks it's you who's been stealing those limbs from the amputee operations.
So what if it is? I've got to have limbs for my transplant experiments. Well, you said test and experiment. Test and experiment.
Yes, but limbs and organs taken from people.
I've got to have them to work with. Sure, I've made a few mistakes, but I've learned from them. I've learned.
Your reservations are all set. 3:30 takeoff.
Well, what have you two planned for the weekend?
Oh, nothing much. Just a quiet weekend.
You sure you're not going up to the country house? You're always sneaking off up there. The place gives me the creeps. I should have sold it when your mother died.
You can't sell that place. Well, I mean, it's nice to get away from the city. I can work without anyone snooping around.
You spend too much time up there. All right, I'll see you both in a few days. Got to clean up and get out of here. Fine operation or not, Bill, you're walking on thin ice. Don't go too far.
Oh, every time you touch me, I go out of my mind. I want to kiss you. Bill, I want to get married. I can't stand not having you.
You've been wonderful.
I'd rather be a bride.
In a few more weeks, and nothing will keep us apart. We'll be together.
Dr. Cordner. I'm so glad you're here. I was afraid you'd gotten away. There was a very important phone message that came to you. It sounded quite urgent. I've been looking everywhere. It was from a man called Kurt. He called from the country place, and he said something terrible has happened. He wanted you to come right out.
Thank you. Well, you've always wanted to know what's kept me away from you so many weekends. Have you got the keys to your car?
Why haven't you ever taken me up here before?
Because the things I'm working on don't need an audience.
That telephone call. What about it?
All right. Hold off the questions.
Why the mystery, Bill? What's it all about?
We'll be there soon enough. You'll see. I've got to hurry.
This could really be the big one.
Gremlins, huh? Little monsters.
Expect the unexpected.
This town is going to be turned into a major disaster area.
For a bizarre fairy tale is about to unfold. Steven Spielberg's Gremlins. Tomorrow on HBO.
Gary and Wyatt have a dream.
Do you know what I would like to do?
Shower with fun.
This is called fantasy. Gary and Wyatt also have a problem.
Nobody likes us.
This is called reality.
Check us out!
And late at night,
That's not a bad idea.
when fantasy and reality suddenly fuse together,
Making a girl.
this is called weird.
Actually making a girl.
Weird science. It's spectacular.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
It's outrageous.
She did say we should party.
Over my dead body.
It's very,
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
very weird. Anthony Michael Hall and Kelly LeBrock invite you to join them up in the lab, Monday on HBO.
Poor Henry doesn't know what on earth has possessed his little sister.
She may look like Wendy. She may act like Wendy, but she's something else. She's a monster.
When this charming girl calls on her neighbors, she really bogs them down.
I saw Wendy last night like she really is. Not when she's Wendy. She looked just like that, didn't she?
Parents Michael Moriarty and Shelley Hack face fantasy face to face.
Shut that damn door! Strange things are happening.
I don't know, but I'm listening to that tree.
And June Lockhart tosses Henry into a fight of friend against foliage.
Buzz off, you little creep.
In a fairy tale that really grows on you. Troll.
Night.
Thursday on HBO.
There's murder, madness, and madcap adventure tonight on HBO. At 8, Freddy's Dead, but not forgotten in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. At 9:30, move over for On Location, Paul Rodriguez, I Need the Couch. And at 10:30, go from romance to rescue in The Jewel of the Nile. Mayhem, mugs, and globe-trotting thugs. Tonight on HBO.
Now, our cools have cooled a a little bit. So we're gonna add fresh oil to our pan. We've drained the oil and cooled it. We have drained the hot ashes and cooled it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna relight it. And at our next break, I am going to show you guys how to make, well, at least we're going to try to make this. We're trying to make bleeding eyeballs. So let's see how this works. This guy's cooking pretty hot. This is going good. There we go. Now, if you'll follow me back here, I can only tell you that tonight's episode, you know, the reason I chose this and I really decided not to do The Worst Witch, in all honesty, is because when I thought about it, The Worst Witch, yeah, it's more child-friendly, so I might even try to do something to squeeze that in. I can't promise nothing. So if you guys get a weird take and you get The Worst Witch at the beginning of the night at like 3 o'clock or something, that's why. But in general, I was thinking about it, and it's just cutesy, and it's real liberal too. I didn't even realize how liberal it was. And I started thinking about it, and I says, you know what? What was really my introduction to horror? Well, yeah, of course, Night of the Living Dead, Psycho. But then, you know, Walgreens had these collections of movies. And they ranged between like $5 and $10. And one of them they had was The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Now, just the name had me. But then the chick that they had in the cover, the one, she was so gorgeous, so beautiful. And I mean, we're talking about a decapitated head with bandages, and she was still that beautiful. I had to get this movie, so I spent the $5.99. I brought it home. I tell you what, this movie right here decided me on getting into a whole new realm of science fiction and horror that I would have never really gotten into or given much thought to. Binks, don't you dare! I will kick your ass! Why don't we get back to the movie, and I'm gonna go get Binks, you leave that cat alone!
Quiet, for God's sake, open the door.
I'm coming! Matter? What's happened to you?
It's been a terrible accident. I've got to save her. I've got to save her.
What is it? What have you got there?
Kurt, please. Sterilize the tubes and instruments, quickly.
What are you going to do? Aren't you going to have a look in the closet first?
No, I can't now. This is more important.
But you don't understand.
For God's sake, Kurt, this is urgent. Do as I tell you before it's too late. I can't waste precious time arguing with you.
The eyelids. I saw them move. It can't be. My eyes are deceiving me.
What you see is real. What's done is done, and what I've done is right. It's the work of science.
I remember fire. Burning. Let me die. Let me die.
I've had success with transplants. Now I can do it for her.
Transplant her to what?
I brought her back. She'll live, and I'll get her another body. I can make her complete again.
Only a madman can believe that she could ever be like before.
Don't argue with me. I love her too much to let her stay like this. I'll restore her as before. You'll see.
Can't you realize? Can't you see? There's a pattern to all that lives. An order, an arrangement. She had a heart and a brain, and her spirit was in both, not in one or the other.
No. I'll give her a brain and a heart.
Yes, and what of her soul? You say you love her, and you can remember her love for you. Then how can you make of her an experiment of horror?
All the skill and science I possess was meant for this. Life has a pattern. The whole pattern of my life is shaping itself to save her now.
Then you intend to go through with it?
Yes. Sleep, my darling. Rest and grow stronger.
long do you think we can keep her alive under these conditions?
48. 50 hours at the most.
Yes. And you really believe you can work a transplant on her successfully?
Yes.
Like my arm. Withered and deformed.
Yours was an early experiment that failed. With her, I'm using my new adreno serum. Must work. I've got to go now. If the police or anyone call, tell them you don't know anything about it. I don't think anyone will trace us here because her body was burned in the wreckage.
Yes, of course, of course. Look, Bill, before you go, do have a look in that closet. It's the reason why I called you up here.
Keep it locked.
Last night it got so violent it almost broke out.
No, not through that thickness. Keep it closed. I've got to think about her now. I've got to find her a body.
How are you going to go about getting one? Bill, how will you do it?
There are ways. There are ways.
For the HBO Comedy Hour every Saturday at 10, we ask two comic legends how they feel about starring in their very own HBO Comedy Hour.
Look at it this way. An audience is going to have some compassion for two men that are 122 years old together.
Spend an evening with Sammy Davis Jr. and Jerry Lewis. Premiere Saturday, November 5th on HBO.
An American teen finds danger in the deep when he sets out in search of a mysterious sea monster in the land down under. Henry Thomas stars in The Quest, next on HBO.
The brightest stars, the biggest hits. HBO, the best movies.
In our world, wherever there is a grandfather, there will be a gift.
A ball?
A gift of that once upon a time when there were bold men.
How are you?
Lovely ladies.
Hello, lady.
And one thing more.
Is this a kissing book?
Skip to the end.
Peter Falk, Mandy Patinkin, and Billy Crystal.
Have fun storming the castle.
In The Princess Bride.
They're kissing again.
Saturday on HBO. The best movies.
Let's hear it for one of Hollywood's hottest young stars, Michael J. Fox.
Oh, that's nice.
He's starring in one of the biggest box office comedy hits of the year, The Secret of My Success. How did he do it?
I never slept with the boss.
No, you slept with the boss's wife.
Whether he's climbing his way to the top or clawing his way out from under, the kid from Kansas is one step ahead of every yuppie in town. Michael J. Fox stars in the mega hit The Secret of My Success. Saturday, HBO, the best movies.
Want to meet a couple of real men?
Nick Pirandello, CIA.
He's uncontrollable. He's a wild man. His methods are totally unpredictable.
Hi, I'm Bob Wilson. What kind of guy is he?
Average. They've just been teamed up to save the world.
I was kidnapped by this crazy lunatic who claims he's a CIA.
You're enjoying yourself. I can tell.
James Belushi and John Ritter are real men. Saturday on HBO.
We're talking serious Bob Goldthwait here.
Hi, Bob Jack Goldthwait here, and this has never happened before to me. My God, I can see people, and some of them need to put some clothes on. Put some clothes on, will you? Get dressed. Get dressed. I'm coming to your house.
HBO. We're talking serious comedy here.
Put some clothes on. Woo.
So welcome back. Now, I guess she's starting to wake up. I think it's rather interesting that she's able to communicate with whatever's behind that door. That's kind of cool. I gotta tell you guys, like, you get into this, and it's a pretty dark fucking story, really. I mean, this guy would give Dr. Frankenstein a run for his money. One thing I did want to point out, in the scene where he runs back to collect the head from the car, that was a 1959 Ford Fairlane. And the condition it was in when they were filming. Oh my God, I'm telling you, you're talking, that's like an $80,000 car today if it was in that good a condition now. Now, what's really cool is one of my favorite jokey action kind of flicks is what I call them, you know, the bullshit ones, but they're cool. Hot Shots and whatever, like that kind of stuff. Well, there was one that made Hot Shots look stupid. Well, it was stupid. But, movie called Ford Fairlane, starring Andrew Dice Clay. Dude, this movie is literally like, you want to do the comedy action? It's the comedy action done the right way. When when one of the characters is in a problem, you feel it. You're like, that. You're fogged in. You're just like, whoa. But then, as it clears away, before you even have a chance to like really be like, whoa, you just start laughing because fucking Andrew Dice Clay. Unless you're a feminist or a liberal, just please don't go back and listen because you'll yell at me and I don't want to get in trouble for something he said. But he said everything right. He was fucking hilarious. If you watch this channel, if you watch my show, I implore you, please go back and watch some old school Andrew Dice Clay. And, you know, actually, speaking of Andrew Dice Clay and whatever, like, we're off track. You guys all know that I use this Tone's freaking taco seasoning bottle for my own seasoning mix because it's bigger and we can make a larger quantity. So this is our Killer Kitchen mix right here. We're going to take and just load up into our flour. Now what I did with is one thing different tonight. Earlier we were using just the regular white flour, you know, the baking white flour. This is actually what do you call it? Wheat flour. I had to read it to say it. We got wheat flour in here. And the reason I used the wheat flour was because I think the wheat flour will actually give this a slightly different texture. But we did not forget totally. And we're going to take just a small amount of the white flour and sprinkle it on. Act like it's powdered sugar. Be real liberal with it. Oh, well, shit, that means I should have taken it all back. And with that, I'm going to mix this up. We took some of our special seasoning. We put that on top of our eggs. Now we're going to mix this and add a third egg. We're going to take this, and then I'm going to show you guys on our next break how to mold your bleeding eyeball. Stick around. I need a drink.
What took you so long?
What made you think I'd come?
You know a good thing when you see it.
Yeah, there was plenty to see. I liked your act.
Is it all you liked?
Well, your costume, what there was of it, was interesting.
Is that all?
The rest of the equipment is standard. But, the arrangement is pretty special.
You know, tourists just looking at the sights. What are you doing here, slumming?
I get my allowance once a week.
Okay, if you're so loaded. You paid for the drinks.
I already did. Are you hustling for the house?
I hustle for myself. I'm the leading lady around here. I can sit with the squares out front, or I can relax back here with my friends.
I'll bet you don't have an enemy in the world. Hmm?
Let me die. Let me die.
Where are you from?
Oh, around. Just looking around.
When you get done looking, then what?
I operate.
I get your message. You're coming across. You could flip any chick in the house. Why me?
Well, like I said, I'm looking.
Well, you don't have to look any further. I'm not going to fake it for you.
When do you go on again? When?
Relax. I got another show yet, but it could be for you.
Oh, I was just asking.
Try taking. I'm getting nervous. I'm over 21.
How is that? I just got things to do. Things to take care of.
Well, if I don't exactly make you sick, what could be more important that could be taken care of right now?
Well, I've got to see about helping somebody. Somebody who needs my help very badly.
You can't cut out of me now, baby. Now when you got me feeling so good. I'm so warm all over. I'm good for you. I know I'm good for what you want.
You may be just what I'm looking for.
You've got your nerve. Oh, look who's talking. Why don't you haul your beat-up body back to the bar with the rest of the flies?
Keep your G-string on. I only came in here to change my clothes. I got admission. Now I'd like to see the rest of the show.
Come back in half an hour and maybe you will.
Get lost. Hi, lover boy. I see you've met the queen. Hey. Come here, don't hide. You know, you've got the kind of face a girl doesn't mind looking at. Even out front, all the other girls are asking about you.
Get out of here. Two's company. Three's a crowd.
Who's to tell me to blow if I don't want to? This here's my dressing room, too. Remember?
It kills her to see me make time.
You're the only thing that's going to be made around here tonight. Honey.
Eat your heart out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd better be going.
What for? Look what you've done. You come back with your 2 cents. Let me see you later. I'll make everything up to you. I swear I will.
Yeah. Come on back later. I'll remember you.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
You lousy tramp. Once in a blue moon, I lied to a guy with class, and you messed it up.
What makes you think you had? He wouldn't have you on a bet.
Says who?
Says me. What's a guy like that want with leftovers for?
Leftovers?
Why, you cheap third-rate stripper!
You want to go over? She's leaving. Let's go. You have to call her. Try.
Oh, I'll try.
War-torn Berlin is the setting for this chilling HBO Pictures presentation. Jacqueline Bisset stars as a wealthy aristocrat whose love for a German Jew is forbidden. Next.
Look, I got an announcement to make here. Jeffrey Walter Mead is now an official Stutz beer vendor.
From peddling peanuts to selling suds, Jeff's moving up in the world. But the boss's daughter is getting him down.
Better forget about her. She's out of your league. Oh, what's up?
What's a poor boy to do when he falls for a rich girl? Leave her?
She's rich and I'm a crummy vendor?
Or love her? HBO Family Playhouse presents Workin' for Peanuts, another fine original family production. Tomorrow.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
What? Coming in?
More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
What is it?
It's a bird.
This is not right.
It's a plane.
No! You know, I think I recognize the costume.
It's Supergirl. She fights the forces of evil with superhuman powers.
Oh, God, that's awful.
But evil is a mighty foe.
Boy, you're really getting the hang of this. I'm considering nothing less than world domination.
Can Supergirl save our planet?
Are you asking me? Now I am really upset.
Tomorrow on HBO.
Am I upside down or am I looking at this right side up?
We invite you to get down, around, and upside down in a behind-the-scenes look at one of today's hottest recording artists and the sizzling new video that has everyone dancing on the ceiling. Superstar Lionel Richie in the HBO exclusive The Making of Dancing on the Ceiling. Sunday, only on HBO.
Premieres October 18th on HBO.
You're watching Killer Kitchen. Stick around. We're gonna cook these meatballs up next.
You. Inside the closet. What has he done to you? I know there's someone there. Knock once if you hear me. And I'm not the first. Knock twice if I'm not the first. He should have let me die. I hate him for what he's done to me. If he only knew what it's like being like this. Do you know what it's like? Together we could have revenge. Do you want revenge? You the thing inside and me the thing out here. brain's still untouched. And his keeping me alive has given me a power he didn't count on. Power that you can feel across this room and through that door. Can't you? Together we're both more than things. We're a power as hideous as our deformities. Together we'll wreak our revenge. I shall create power, and you will enforce it. You, the thing inside. Me, the thing out here. What's locked behind that door?
Horror. No normal mind can imagine. Something even more terrible than you.
No, my deformed friend. Like all quantities, horror has its ultimate. And I'm that.
There is a horror beyond yours. And it's in there. Locked behind that door. Paths of experimentation twist and turn through mountains of miscalculation and often lose themselves in error and darkness. Behind that door is the sum total of Dr. Courtney's mistakes.
He had no right to bring me back to this.
Perhaps not. Who knows? But you should know that before he injected the serum into that, it was but a mass of grafted tissues, lifeless. Just lay there, weighted down with its transplants of broken limbs and amputated arms. But with this serum, it began to breathe.
It's impossible.
Would you have thought possible what he's already done? Take yourself. He's brought you back. You live. Only a few years ago, all transplants were impossible.
That's what he's been doing up here where no one could see his work.
Yes. Experimenting with transplants on that. And on me. Letting him tear away my flesh time after time. Test after test. My hopes shattering with each grafted arm he fastened to me. Watching it wither and warp. instead of strengthening. You see, he's learned from his mistakes.
And you stayed with him, helping him in his grotesque work that he claims is for science.
Was there a place for me on the outside? Was this a world where eyes would look upon me with pity and people would turn away from me in disgust? No. The alcoholic has his bottle. The dope addict his needle. I had my research. I used to be a surgeon. It was my life. And one night in the laboratory there was an accident. They had to amputate my arm.
And he has used you to...
I had no choice. He was my only hope. A surgeon needs both his arms, not just one. Well, you see, my transplanted grotesqueness stayed. So did I. I live only for the day he can work a successful transplant to my body. That is why I stay.
transplant my head onto another body.
Yes. And he's insane with the belief he can do it.
But the tissues of my body would reject the tissues of another. Reject it as the foreign substance it is. The transplant would never take it, would never stay in place. My blood's antibodies would attack it as they attack any invading matter.
Yes, but his new discovery, this new serum, may change all that. This serum injected into the bloodstream affects the lymphoid tissues. Here, in the neck. The lymphoids that provide the antibodies for the blood that detect foreign transplanted matter. It was untested, untried, till we used it on you.
So, that liquid in the blood that's being pumped through what's left of me is what makes me feel the... He may produce results he didn't ask for.
Results? You mean like this?
Results more terrible than your arm of relative beauty. Results of power. Of magnitude.
Power? What power? Can't you see that you're at the mercy of every element of the universe? How can you speak of power?
I have a power. This liquid that he's pumped into me. My brain burns with it. That thing inside an iron touch. Want me to prove it?
You can prove nothing. You're powerless.
I'll show you how powerless I am. You. Behind that door. Let me know if you hear me. Whoever, whatever you are, I command you. You understand me. I'm only a head, and you're whatever you are. Together we're strong, more powerful than any of them.
What are you running from? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's you. Something wrong, something beyond control in that room.
There's nothing beyond my control. She's alive, and I'll keep her alive until I find her a body. I can't talk anymore. I'm tired. I've got to go to sleep.
And you didn't find her a body?
Well, I've got to be careful. I can't afford to be identified as the last person seen with a girl before she disappears. Do you think you'll get one? There are many things left for tomorrow.
I was about to call a cop the way you were looking me over. Have you been, Bill?
Oh, just fine, Donna. I haven't seen you for quite a while.
Too long. I'm still waiting for that call you once promised me.
Well, you know how it is with interns. All work.
All work and no play even makes for dull doctors. You're gonna lose that bedside manner of yours. Say, how'd that little side course in anatomy?
Yours? Anytime.
No, not mine. A Body Beautiful contest. You know, bathing suit models. Plenty of females on the hoof. Your eyes will have a field day. Interested?
Well, why not? You're just what the doctor ordered. Come on, jump in. On second thought, I just remembered I've got to stop by my place and take care of a few things. It'll only take a minute. You don't mind, do you?
I always follow the doctor's orders. Anything you prescribe, I'll take.
That's what I like about you, Donna. Always so obliging.
Hey, Donna, where are you going? What's the hurry? Hi, Jeannie. We're going to look for some bodies. You mean the contest? Yeah. Got any room for me? Oh, sure, plenty. Bill, this is Jeannie Reynolds. Jeannie, this is Dr.
Hi.
Bill Cortner. Hello. Hop in, but first we got to stop off at his place. Sure.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I can wait. Now that there's two of you, we'll have to wait.
Guess he thinks there's safety in numbers.
Oh, this time there is.
You promised not to hurt you.
And I promise not to hurt you.
Bill, this is it.
Yeah, looks fine.
Well, it looks like we're about ready to go. Backstage are 5 of the girls who have reached the contest finals, and we are here to choose Miss Body Beautiful. Now, we've eliminated everyone except the 5 finalists, and they will be judged solely by your applause. So let's bring them on. First, Helen Appleton. Betty Brompton. Terry Lund.
Leave it to a guy like George Burns.
That old black magic that I weave so well.
To scare the heebie-jeebies out of anyone.
I love to scare the hell out of people.
Playing a dual role, one pretty heavy.
It's me, Bobby God.
The other pretty sneaky.
You look like the devil.
He has a way of handling people.
Who used to handle Al Jolson? Beethoven.
creating instant success for a rock and roller who's craving stardom.
I'm running a big operation.
He's promising everything.
Be at Carnegie Hall. Be at Madison Square Garden. Fabulous. You'll be rich. Concerts. Gold records. Cover of Time.
Who are you? So watch for lightning.
My God. Guess again.
And the smoke.
I love smoke.
Oh, God. New Devil is about to strike.
I'm the biggest rock singer in America.
A heavenly comedy. Today on HBO. Meet Jake Ferris. She's the star at the Rhinestone. She's got talent, brains, and that's not all. She's also got a sleazy manager who's got her in an ironclad contract.
I bet the 3 years left on my contract. If I win, you tear it up.
She's willing to bet that in 2 weeks, she can turn anybody into a country singing sensation.
I mean, the next guy that passes in front of my face.
Oh, how you doing? Nice night. Need a lift?
Good luck, Jake, because he loves the sound.
What do you think of country music?
Oh, it's like worse than liver.
And boy, can he sing. So it's down to Tennessee so he can learn to sing and talk.
Dog?
Dog.
Oh, dog.
And learn to move.
That's it? That's all you move?
That's country.
That's rigor mortis.
And just maybe, he'll be ready for the Rhinestone. Sylvester Stallone
Far out.
and Dolly Parton are knockout. Bobby Fontana was a cool guy in the 50s. He wanted to live fast and die young. So he did.
To tell you the truth, I was expecting something different, like angels and harps and that kind of stuff.
Lenny Barnes lives in the exciting 80s. But not exactly in the fast lane.
My name's Glenn.
He needs a miracle, and he's getting Bobby.
You gotta watch that first step, kid. It's nasty.
A devilish angel who's teaching him everything he needs to know about life.
You got no confidence because you got no style. But we're gonna change all that. Lesson number 1. You always look like you got everything covered. Chicks like to think you got all the answers. Second, when you walk into a room, you want all eyes on you. He's a complete square. Why couldn't you send me down here to rescue some orphans or something?
The Heavenly Kid.
It's all in the moves. I don't think this is gonna work.
Tomorrow on HBO.
You're doing great, kid.
Seems as though our dear doctor has completely lost his mind. Of course, the longer we watch and the more we learn, I'm wondering if he lost his mind a long time before this. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you one really quick. I'm going to take a nice little fistful, something about like that. What we're going to do, I put some cheese in the freezer about 2 hours ago. We're going to roll this up into our egg mix. And then we're going to take a piece of our frozen cheese, get it down in there, roll some of this up, patch it over, ball it together. Now what we're going to do is we've got our seasoning mix ready to go. And we're going to take this, and we're going to dip that in the deep fryer, just like that. And when we come back, I will show you guys how to turn your simple cheese-filled meatballs into bloody meatballs, or into bloody eyeballs. Stick around.
Peggy Howard.
She has the second nicest body I've ever seen.
Second to you?
No, another girl, a figure model. You remember that one in school years ago? The one who had the accident.
Oh, yeah.
Doris Powell.
Yeah, she's still around?
Few people see her nowadays. She just stays in her studio posing for art classes and camera bugs.
Figure model. Poses for art classes. The nicest body she's ever seen. The nicest body. Maybe this is the one. She's got to be. I can keep Jan alive only for a few more hours. I've got to find her a body.
He intends to kill somebody. To rob them of their body. Do you hear me? Yes, you hear me. You know how Bill's egotism drives him on and on. To infamy upon infamy. Can good ever be born of evil? Yet he claims his work is for science, for humanity. To be joined to flesh not your own. What's human in this? Of how you must exist, locked behind that door. We've got to stop him.
Okay, boys, I've had it for
Come
tonight.
on, baby, one more. Just one more, please. Another 5 minutes, baby.
Time's just about up anyway.
Okay. Say, Doris, would you like to have a drink with me? Just you and me, away from everybody? Someplace where nobody will butt in, where you and I can really be alone.
No, thank you.
How about posing for me? Private like. I'll pay you real money, real good money. Kind of money they don't throw at you every day. And for doing hardly nothing at all.
I do my posing for classes only, Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 to 10.
Yeah. Oh, but we can...
Good night. See it all, mister. The show's over. Next time, bring a camera and buy a ticket. I'm not running a charity.
You don't remember me, do you, Doris?
Every guy on the make gives me that same tired line.
I'm Bill Courtner.
Bill Cordner. Long time ago, that fight. You almost tore that wise guy apart for making fun of me. After my accident.
Look, can't we go somewhere and talk?
No, I don't date men. Because I pose like I do. Your mind works overtime. You get ideas. You're all alike.
Oh, not all of us. I'm not on the make for you.
Okay, so maybe you're better than most. Maybe not. I still hate all men. I hate them for what one did to me once. Have you forgotten? Well, have you?
No, I haven't forgotten.
Well, neither have I. I carry the memory around with me.
But you can't hide yourself away here forever, posing bare in front of a bunch of neurotics.
Listen, Galahad. I trusted a man once, all the way. What did it get me? He gets his head full of jealous lies, and I get...
You've got to forget what
How
happened.
can I forget? I carry the memory around with me. Am I so appealing to you now? Still so interested? Doesn't it make you sick? You don't even turn away from me, like everyone else does.
To me, you're not ugly. I see only beauty in you. You have a lovely body and a face that can be made beautiful again also.
Yeah. I've heard that song before.
I'm a doctor, I know. My father's one of the leading plastic surgeons. If anyone can help you, we can. I know I can.
I've been to doctors. It's no use. The scar tissue's too deep. No one can help me.
That was a few years ago. Today, nothing's hopeless. We can graft scar and skin tissue. We can even freeze areas of the skin and sand away damaged skin tissues.
The way you say that look in your eyes, I almost want to believe you. I almost want to believe you.
Well, then start believing, hmm?
Even if your father could help me, I couldn't pay him the kind of money it would take.
Don't talk about money. He does a lot of work without any charge.
Why should you want to do this for me? What's in it for you?
I'm going to make your face beautiful again. Cut it off and give your body away.
I'm sorry, Bill. I have been knocked around so many times. I've lost count. It's tough living with this. I don't mean to sound ungrateful.
Well, because you've been battered around, don't go sour. You shouldn't lose your trust in people. Not all of us.
I believe you. I want to. Do you really think something can be done?
Only my father knows. Look, we have a country place just out of town. He's visiting for the weekend. I could take you there now for a consultation.
You mean tonight?
Well, if you'd rather wait till he comes back, if he comes back.
I mean, he wouldn't be annoyed being bothered with me so late at night.
Well, you let me do the worrying, hmm?
I'll do anything that'll help me get rid of this face.
Well, that's where I come in. Remember the last time I helped you? Where are you going? Who are you calling?
My girlfriend. I want to tell her the news.
Before you know what the verdict's going to be?
You're right. I shouldn't talk until I know what's going to happen. My girlfriend, she's supposed to drop in later. I'll have to leave her a note or something.
Well, just tell her you'll see you later. Otherwise, she'll ask a lot of nosy questions. We want to be sure first. Just throw something on, huh?
I'll be with you in a minute.
Just tell her you'll keep in touch. I'll leave it on the table. She'll see it.
Had to go out with old friend Bill Courtner. We'll call you tomorrow. Doris. Here.
I'll leave it on the lamp. She'll see it, won't she?
That's the first place she'll look. I'll leave the lights on for her. I have waited so long for this.
So have I.
Again. Hit it again. Got to see your hideousness. You've got to see mine. Wonder which of us is more awful. Nothing you can be is more terrible than what I am. A head without a body. A head that should be in its grave. I hate him. I hate him for what he's done to me. Can your horror match mine? Quiet. Someone's coming.
I have come to feed your friend. While you feed yourself with hate, it prefers food.
Your former sniveling fear becomes you more.
What makes you think I'm afraid of what's in there? Or of you? A mere head in search of a body.
People fear what they don't understand and what they can't see.
What are you talking about? You're nothing but a freak of life. And a freak of death. Why should I be afraid of a few knocks on a door?
But last night you ran. You were afraid of what you imagined lay behind that door.
I? Imagined? It was I who helped graft together the bits and pieces that were stolen from the hospital. An amputated arm, a leg, a torso. It was I who helped piece them together like a monstrous jigsaw puzzle.
And that same medicine that he's fed to me to activate my lymphoid tissues. Has he fed it to that?
No. No, on that he used an earlier formula. It wasn't as successful as the serum he's using on you. But it was enough to allow the transplants to take. If your experiment is successful, then it'll be my turn.
And what else has happened to it?
Mean what else? Well, it's mutated some, of course. It's changed considerably.
Why don't you open the door? And we'll both see how it's changed.
Listen, you. I warn you. You better stop pestering me, do you hear? I'm getting fed up with you and your insidious talk. He should have cut out your tongue while he was at it.
Afraid?
Afraid of whom? Of you? No. Not anymore.
But of it.
Nor of it. He only keeps it locked in there so that it'll be safe, that's all.
Safe? From me?
hope he prolongs your existence into a lifetime of agony. Then we'll see who's laughing at whom. You miserable fool!
Get him!
This could really be the big one.
Gremlins, huh? Little monsters.
Expect the unexpected,
This town is going to be turned into a major disaster area.
for a bizarre fairy tale is about to unfold. Steven Spielberg's Gremlins, tomorrow on HBO.
Gary and Wyatt have a dream.
Do you know what I would like to do?
Shower with thunder. This is called fantasy. Gary and Wyatt also have a problem.
Nobody likes us.
This is called reality.
Check us out!
And late at night,
That's not a bad idea.
when fantasy and reality suddenly fuse together,
Making a girl.
this is called weird.
Actually making a girl.
Weird science. It's spectacular.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
It's outrageous.
She did say we should party.
Over my dead body. It's very,
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
very weird. Anthony Michael Hall and Kelly LeBrock invite you to join them up in the lab, Monday on HBO.
Poor Henry doesn't know what on earth has possessed his little sister.
She may look like Wendy. She may act like Wendy, but she's something else. She's a monster.
When this charming girl calls on her neighbors, she really bogs them down.
I saw Wendy last night like she really is. Not when she's Wendy. She looked just like that, didn't she?
Parents Michael Moriarty and Shelley Hack face fantasy face to face.
Shut that damn door!
Strange things are happening.
I don't know, but I'm listening to that tree.
And June Lockhart tosses Henry into a fight of friend against foliage
Buzz off, you little creep.
in a fairy tale that really grows on you. Troll.
Night, night.
Thursday on HBO.
There's murder, madness, and madcap adventure tonight on HBO. At 8, Freddy's Dead, but not forgotten in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. At 9:30, move over for On Location, Paul Rodriguez, I Need the Couch. And at 10:30, go from romance to rescue in The Jewel of the Nile. Mayhem, mugs, and globe-trotting thugs. Tonight on HBO.
Oh my God, did you guys see that? I grabbed that motherfucker right through that door. Don't let him tell you, fucking, he couldn't have done it before. And you know what? I hope you guys fucking totally stick around for the conclusion of The Brain That Wouldn't Die. You know what? These older flicks, they get this negative rap, and they're like, dude, I promise you this is one of the bloodiest, one of the fucking most intense fucking endings, man. And you guys are gonna fucking love it, man. Please stick around. Stick around, man. Watch what fucking happens. You're gonna dig it. But in the meantime, I did promise you guys something here. So, we actually died off camera, because you guys have all seen me do it. What I did again, my old trick, threw some green dye with some neon green dye into the water as we boiled our worm noodles. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some white gravy. Like, this is basically the same kind of gravy you do like for your biscuits and gravy, that kind of gig, that kind of, you know what I'm saying, right? So, just like this. Get that in there. Now, you want to take your meatballs and roll them around in your white gravy, completely covering them. And what's cool about this too is it naturally blends it into your noodles. which you totally want. And I will show you something really cool once we get this done. Now, I didn't add enough cheese to make them bleed, but we did try one, and they're pretty fucking good. Can't wait to see what they taste like with the white gravy. Alright, so you're just gonna keep doing just like this. Alright, now, Cam Pam, if you'll be so kind as to bring it a little forward, and I will show everybody how to make their eyeballs. Now this is actually just for me and Cam Pam, so I don't mind using my fingers. First thing we're gonna do, take a little bit of red dye. Well, food coloring. Just let it naturally drop. You want to kind of go around just like so, like this. It's like that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make this eye blue. Okay, we're going to make this eye turquoise. And for the retina, because you need black, we have some black food dye. Just like that. Now, I'm going to keep going. And with the next one, I'm going to do the same concept. But, you know what? Instead of the red, fuck that. Let's go for something different. Alright. Now you drip the red down. Bleed it off of there. Just like this. Well, we don't really have any green left. Fuck it. Hey, that's not true. We have some neon green. Nah, wrong style. And I actually did that on purpose so you guys know. When you buy these style food colorings, the food gels, they're meant for a thicker mixture, more for baking style. It would have worked had we mixed it into the gravy, but because I tried it, so I wanted you, rather than to try to point it out and say something, I thought it was a lot more important for me to take and actually fuck with it and do it. Do a fuck up on the camera and you can see what'll happen. You can try it, and you can even use your fingers and mix it in. But the gels aren't really meant for that. That's why they have the liquids, the gels. In fact, if you guys get a chance, I totally recommend it. In fact, you're going to see this here on the Killer Kitchen. They actually sell neon food colorings that are literally neon. And I recently did a little bit of research, and when we come back next season, I'm going to show you guys some cool shit if I can make it work right. And if I can't, it'll still be cool, as long as you're high enough to hang out with me that long. Alright, so you guys get the idea of what we're doing? I'm going to go back to work. Why don't we get back to the conclusion of the brain that wouldn't die? Right here on Killer Kitchen, where nothing's ever as it seems, and we've always got something cooking.
You and your father live here?
Only on weekends when we want to get away from the city.
This place certainly is lonely.
Well, the further from prying eyes, the better. I mean, it's nice and quiet here. We can get away from the noise and telephones.
Oh, I guess it is.
Well, sit down, sit down. I'll fix us a drink, huh? My father should be back soon.
You mean he's not here now?
Oh, come on now, Doris. Do I look like a maniac who goes around killing girls? Now, you've got to learn to trust people. Oh, people like me, really.
I'm sorry. I trust you. I trust you with my life.
Well, I can't ask for any more than that. I'll be right back.
I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Forgotten you? Why, Doris, you've become very important to me. Very important. I put a little water in it so it wouldn't be too strong for you.
Fine. I'm not a very heavy drinker.
Neither am I. Well, here's to your future, whatever it may be.
I'll drink to that. It's getting awfully warm in here. put something in my drink, didn't you?
I told you I'd bring you a body. A beautiful one. Soon it will be yours.
Bill, you can't.
Yes, I can. I want you as a complete woman, not part of one. Is it a crime to want to keep you alive? Is it a crime for science to jump ahead by years? This kind of thing must be done. When it's over, you'll see. I've got to hurry now. The drug will wear off soon and she'll be awake. When she does come to, it will be your head consciously awakening for her.
You must be stopped. You must.
And who's going to do it? It's got to be quiet here.
Can't stop me.
Very well.
Gary and Wyatt have a dream.
Do you know what I would like to do?
Shower with thunder.
This is called fantasy. Gary and Wyatt also have a problem.
Nobody likes us.
This is called reality.
Check us out!
And late at night,
That's not a bad idea.
when fantasy and reality suddenly fuse together,
Making a girl.
this is called weird.
Actually making a girl.
Weird science. It's spectacular.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
It's outrageous.
She did say we should party.
Over my dead body.
It's very,
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
very weird. Anthony Michael Hall and Kelly LeBrock invite you to join them up in the lab, Monday on HBO.
Poor Henry doesn't know what on earth has possessed his little sister.
She may look like Wendy. She may act like Wendy, but she's something else. She's a monster.
When this charming girl calls on her neighbors, she really bogs them down.
I saw Wendy last night like she really is. Not when she's Wendy. She looked just like that, didn't she?
Parents Michael Moriarty and Shelley Hack face fantasy face to face.
Shut that damn door!
Strange things are happening.
I don't know, but I'm listening to that tree.
And June Lockhart tosses Henry into a fight of friend against foliage.
Buzz off, you little creep.
In a fairy tale that really grows on you. Troll.
Night, night.
Thursday on HBO.
There's murder, madness, and madcap adventure tonight on HBO. At 8, Freddy's Dead, but Not Forgotten in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. At 9:30, move over for On Location, Paul Rodriguez, I Need the Couch. And at 10:30, go from romance to rescue in The Jewel of the Nile. Mayhem, mugs, and globe-trotting thugs. Tonight on HBO.
So you guys stuck around for the end. I'm very pleased, and I believe you will be too. Now, we said we were going to attempt bleeding eyeballs. I don't know, you tell me. This is the final product. With a little brain matter just to coordinate. And if you're wondering why that brain matter is green, well, you know, I gotta tell you, there's nothing like a little bit of monster blood. Some of you older cats will get that. Some of you younger cats are wondering. Take a look at some R.L. Stein. And finally, you remember we've been carving pumpkins all month. Well, we did not honestly have space tonight on our phone to show you the process, but we ended up making jack-o'-lantern pie. So now, we are going to try and bring that to you soon. I say try because I don't want to make a promise I can't keep. There's a lot going on. We will be back full-time, going, having fun every week or as much as we can again come February. Honestly, this is kind of it for me. I need a little bit of time to collect myself, get some things together. We're going to be renovating the killer kitchen a little bit and bringing it back some old school style. Those of you who've been around a long time will remember season 1 and the way things were. I kind of feel a little better. I don't really want to live in a butcher shop anymore. But it has been fun, and I appreciate everybody who stuck around all year I appreciate everybody who's brand new. Dude, without you guys, I wouldn't even be having the kind of fun I'm having, man. I totally appreciate everybody. And to certain people recently that wanted to be anonymous, you guys know who you are. Thank you for all of your help with Killer Kitchen. Thank you for everything you guys have done to help me give everybody a cooler show and some more fun. Seriously, you know what? That's fucking awesome. Now, as for me, it has been a very long night, and I'm really glad we decided not to do a third movie, because I'm just really tired. Now, I will say this, before we go, don't be too disappointed that we did not bring you The Worst Witch, because although we didn't bring it to you this Halloween, well, I'm hoping there's a lot more Halloweens to come. So, keep coming back. I hope you guys will totally come back around February. We've got some brand new cool shit to show you. I'm not going to be totally gone, though. We're going to be doing Vincent's Varieties. And I'm going to be showing you guys the process of transforming the butcher shop into the dark realm of Killer Kitchen.
Thanksgiving.
We will see you guys on Thanksgiving. And we will see you guys again on Christmas. Probably Christmas Eve. I think that's a more appropriate time. I don't like to do anything for Christmas. That's time for family. You shouldn't be on YouTube. But, on the other contrast, New Year's Eve is coming right up after that. And boy, oh boy, do I have some sights to show you that night. We are going to have some fun. I promise. So, until then, this is the Angry 80s guy signing off, and we will see you guys. Well, we'll see you guys in between, but we'll see you full-time back in February, the first weekend. Look forward to it. We've got a really cool gig going. You guys are going to really dig it. I promise, man. This is some groovy stuff. You'll really dig it. Alright, anyway. My melted eyeballs are waiting. My spider's nest pumpkin pie is waiting. Jack-o'-lantern pie. And my stomach's kind of rumbling. Thank you for watching Killer Kitchen. Oh, and before we go, down in the description thing below, you'll always have your Murder and Madness, but you'll also find a link where you guys can actually order your own t-shirts for the Killer Kitchen show. And we also have other merchandise there, and I will soon be uploading some really cool designs, so I hope you guys kind of check that out. Give me 2 or 3 weeks. Give me a chance to kind of get my stuff together here. You're going to really dig what we have to offer. And if anybody out there's like, you guys want to help out, you guys want to contribute to the show, we are going to be setting up a P.O. box, but also in the description below, there's a PayPal where you guys can donate if you guys feel like you can and you can afford it. We totally appreciate it. If you guys can't afford it, we're just happy that you guys want to hang out with us and dig what we're doing. Alright, that's it. It's fucking November 1st. I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm back. This is the aftermath of our Halloween special. We attempted to wash it away, and this is what happened. I don't know what the deal is with that pink balloon. That had nothing to do with us. Was a little creepy to walk out here and see, though. So, we've got it cleaned up for the most
Family entertainment.
Don't miss The Worst Witch. Halloween fun that lasts for the whole month long.
Pleasant nightmare.
Now pay attention. Here come your 3 most important dates in October. The 4th is triple feature night. That's 3 really weird tales back to back. On the 11th, you have a date with Robin Williams for an evening at the Met. And on the 18th, you're invited for a royal good time at the Princess Trust All-Star Rock Concert. And just around the corner in November, HBO celebrates the 10th anniversary of its showcase for young comedians. So get back to where you belong, at home with HBO, because October's gonna rock your socks off.
The NBC television schedule is brought to you as special recorded for rebroadcast in this time zone on KNBC Channel 4.